try to give you a quick backstory. This is relevant to a public intoxication charge. And what had happened was I was walking my dog down the street. I was on a cul-de-sac, and right at the corner, so about 5, 6, 7 houses down, there's a guy Hispanic guy, I don't know him from Adam, and I'm walking past on August the 7th, 2019, and has his shirt off, and he's like trying to like respond to me like he wants to fight or something, right? He's acting all weird, like, and so I start asking him, "What's your problem, dude? You know, what's going on?" And then it starts to get a little bit bigger. So now there's a little exchange of words, and I pull out my cell phone and start videotaping. And then his girlfriend, I don't know who it is, she shows up, and now she gets involved, and now she's like, "Hey, my God, what's your problem?" And she didn't even know anything was going on. But what she does is, while she's smiling and thinks she's cute and funny, because this happens around here quite often, she was calling the cops. I guess, I don't know, I guess she did 911, but I don't know exactly any of that details because nobody will tell me, okay? And I've asked, and I tried to find out what her name is, who she was, what's happened. Everybody is hush-hush about it. So this to me sounds like it may have been an inside job, and I'm not going to get into the details. However, the important part is that that the cops show up, and I'm only right by my place, and I turn around and I ask if I'm under arrest. They said no. They said, "You're being detained," and I said, "Well, I'm not going to answer any questions." Then they started automatically, because I don't talk to cops, right? I never talk to cops. They started automatically, "Have you been drinking? Ask me questions," right? And I'm like, "Hey, don't ask me questions," right? So if I'm not under arrest, then I'm leaving. And I turned around to walk away to go to safety, to the house, right, to a private house that's only just right there. And Jay Pierce of the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office, located in the state of Texas, contracted by the county of Montgomery, who's contracted by the state of Texas, Incorporated. He jumped on my back, threw me down, and punched me 3 times in the right temple as he was yelling, "Stop resisting." Right? And so then it gets a big, long story. However, what happens now is on September the 3rd, 2019, I had to go, and there was an appearance. However, I wrote on the promise to appear, I wrote that I did not promise to appear. However, I did still show up because I knew that, I know what I'm dealing with. They don't care what I think or say. So anyways, so this occurred on, this video that you're going to see occurred on 2019, September the 3rd, 2019, and it was in the Justice of the Peace, Precinct 3 Incorporated, which is contracted by County of Montgomery Incorporated, which is contracted by State of Texas Incorporated. And the Authorized Representative, me, for the subject, doing business as the all-cap Robert James Harton Jr., which would be actually Harton Jr. Robert, or whatever, because that's their license. That they think, I come to find out that they have a state Texas ID license number associated with this name. And so anyways, what had happened was he went next door to the Constables, where Michael Atkins, who you'll see in this video, he served Michael Atkins personally with 3 affidavits. And Michael Atkins asked, "What's going on?" And then Michael Atkins told the guy, Michael Atkins, "You guys all need to make copies. I'll sign every one of them. I have my fingerprint pad here. I'll put a fingerprint on it, and I'll do whatever you guys need to do to make it official for you." And he walked inside, came back out, and said, "Yeah, no thanks, not interested," and handed it back. So his Constable 3, I believe, Constable's office, with Ryan Gable, I think, is the constable. They just ignored it and refused or whatever, I don't know, but they were served. So then what happens is, now he goes over to Justice of the Peace, Precinct 3, starts talking to Villa Lobos, who is an agent there, asked to have all these affidavits put in to the court of records, their court of records, right? And she takes them all, and these are probably like close to 50 pages total. She takes them all and tells them to sit down. So I sit down, and then as soon as I sit down, within a matter of like a minute, the cops appear, and then they won't tell me who they are, and then they hand me back all of my stuff, and I don't know what's going on. So in other words, the fault, in my opinion, the court just went default, right? I went in to show up. I tried to conduct business. They just throw everything at me, walk away. Nobody even knows. I don't know what's going on. And from that point, as soon as I got home, got onto the computer, I sent tons of emails all over the place, asking a bunch of questions, straight to Villa Lobos. I had her email because I got her card. You guys, anybody who's listening to this, you got to do all of this stuff, okay? You got to do all this stuff, record everything in every aspect, because everything that they're doing is some sort of fraud. And so for months goes by, and they open up, get mail track. Right? They open up all our emails and stuff, and they just ignore everything. Meanwhile, they proceed with trying to arrest you again. And this JP3 actually did this back in 2016, did the same thing, put out a fictitious warrant for my arrest, said that I did not appear in court. However, I did appear in court. So then I went to the Texas State Judicial Commission on Judicial Conduct, and then I put it all in there, and I went all my work. I put in all this work to get it, and then all of a sudden they just bow out. They literally ignore me, and it just disappears. And then 2 years later, yeah, it is a mess, and I tried to keep this thing as short as possible. So this is let's go to the movie. And if you want to subscribe, and you'll get more and more details as I start putting all this stuff out there now, after they did the SWAT attack on the house. Now it's now the game's on, you know. For years I kept all of this stuff to myself, just fighting it all myself, and just keeping out of the public and all that kind of stuff, which I should have done the exact opposite looking back. And I suggest anybody else, the minute you get anything, post it to your Facebook, post everything, so then it's time and date stamped, and then you don't have to dick around. And quite frankly, you can walk around with your phone, walk up to places and be like, look, this is where it's at, right? Read it, there's me, you know, and have a video of you literally saying all of this stuff, you know, blah, blah, blah. You can use it in all kinds of different ways, but on to the video, please.
Oh, I know why. It expired.
Are you done with this tournament?
Want to come back tomorrow?
I can use it as a credit card.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You know what? I don't know if I changed.
going on?
How are you?
How are you?
Good, good.
Good.
We're good.
All right, so what do you want?
Nothing, we were seeing if we could help you.
No, you
We saw
can't.
you sitting back here.
Yeah, no, you can't help me. So I would, hey, you know, now you're intimidating me and coercing me, and I don't feel very comfortable at all. So I would like to leave then, actually, if that's
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Okay, or I can go back and finish my business and leave, and you guys will, because I don't exactly. Yeah, what are you talking about? You're going to come out to help me? How is that exactly?
We just saw you sitting back here and they're about to close, so we just wanted to see if we could help you out with something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You want to help
I
me?
just spoke with you a second ago. So they want to give you some paperwork. Do you want it?
Of course. Yeah. I know. I want my paperwork. Yeah.
So your paperwork that they're going to give you, hang on 1 second. I can get it from it and bring
Hey,
it.
my paperwork, all of my paperwork that I handed over.
I'll ask them about that, but I'm not.
Well, I just ask them. So you can get mine, but you can't get the other ones. And who are you? Who are you?
What's your name, sir?
What's your name? You're the one that came to help me. So if you came to help me, I'd be wondering who exactly you are.
I'm sorry.
We work for the Constable office.
Yeah, so you don't have a name? Oh, you're public servants, right? You came here to serve the public, right? I
We're
guess
just
I'm a
seeing
member of the
how we can
public.
help you out. We're just seeing
If
how you
you,
can help
why would you be interested in how you can help me out? I'm just curious.
Because you were sitting in here.
Yeah, yeah. So I was sitting there waiting. There was not a. It was an A/B conversation, and now you three show up. What exactly would you?
Yeah, no, the lieutenant's going to get your paperwork, sir, and you
All
can
right.
take care of it.
Okay, so this is what they said to give you.
So they did make copies of it, all right?
I have no idea.
Well, what? So is you can't ask, but you're gonna help me. So if you're gonna help me, right? You're coming to help me.
Okay, so
So
we
what you
don't know-
said?
We don't know anything
If
about
you
it.
don't need anything,
They're
then
closed
you're
at
free to
4:30.
go. If you don't need anything.
Yeah, but you're gonna help me. So
Yeah,
now
you're
my
free to go.
the help would be. Can anybody
got-
tell
you
me
got
if
mine.
they
You're
actually?
Free to say any of this, so go
And
on.
who are you? You guys are wild, man. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day, sweethearts. Fucking insane.